Welcome to SMEC Oil and Gas Training Section. Let's see about the streams of oil and gas. Before getting into the training section, we have to know what are the streams in oil and gas industries and how you can get a job over there and what are the designations and how this business is running. Most of the oil and gas sections or structures business are segmented and organized, and they are organized according to their business and function. Oil and gas sections are divided into three streams: upstream, midstream, and downstream. So, let's see about the upstream. Upstream is all about the well. First, we have to check geologically where we have to dig it, where we have to drill, and how far we have to drill. Upstream consists of three segments: exploration, drilling, and production. What is exploration? Exploration involves obtaining lease or permission to drill from the owners of offshore or onshore. That means geographically we have to find where this oil is obtained and we have to take a permission from the owners to drill over there. Next is drilling. So where we have explored, there you have to make a borehole, which will eventually become the oil and gas well. So in that drilling unit, we need lots of mechanical engineers, electrical engineers, and we have a team to make the drilling. And this drilling is done by the drilling contractors or the service engineers of the oil and gas industries. Next is production. Production is we have to explore more oil from the reservoirs. That means how much unit or how much crude you have been digging from the particular area is called production. In this upstream section, the possibility of mechanical engineers will be in the drilling area. That means these persons will be drilling the oil from the reservoirs. What is downstream? Before moving to the midstream, let's see about the downstream. Downstream is production, transporting, and selling refined products is called the downstream area. It includes oil refining, supply, product marketing, and retail. And in this downstream, the petroleum products such as gasoline, jet engine, and we have lubricants, these all will be giving to the retail areas. So the business done in the downstreams will be like retailing, the product selling, and refining from the midstreams areas. Now we can move to the midstream, where this mechanical engineer having a wide opportunity to get job in the midstreams. That is the oil refining area. When it comes to the midstreams, we are mainly looking to the processing. And what we are processing? We are processing the crude oil and the natural gas, which we have drilled from the upstream area. So once this processing is done, we will be moving to the transporting area. Once this transportation done, and it will be in the storage unit. Let's see the major assets of midstreams. That is field gathering, processing plants, and transmission of pipelines. What is field gathering? To make the refinery or the refining unit, we need an area, and according to that, we are doing the plant constructions. Once that is done, it will be moving to the processing equipments and everything. So once it is installed, then we have to put the pipelines over it. So this is what happening in the midstream. When it comes to the field gathering, the petroleum products are collected from the oil wells. That means thousands of wells we are collecting the oil. Then it is transported to the center point through a small spider web. See, in case of crude oil, it is okay to store near the well. But in case of an natural gas, we cannot store near the well. So that need to be transported from the well to the center line. And the center line is called the refining unit. Let's see the field processing, how this processing is done and how you will get into it. When it comes to the field processing, actually what they are doing, they are measuring the value of the product. Then they will be removing all the impurities from the oil and gas sections, and again they will be treated to remove the waters. Then they are storing in a storage unit. This is what the field processing. And from this field processing, they will be transporting the crude oil and the natural gas. Next is transportation. We have complex transportation, pipeline transportations, and distributed infrastructures. That means the crudes or the oil and gas or the natural gas will be transported from one end to other end through pipelines. That will be in miles. So these are the differences between upstream, midstream, and downstream. Now we can focus into how we can get a job there and what all designation we can work over there. When I was talking about upstream, midstream, and downstream, There we have storage units, pipeline, pressure vessels, and lots of. So there we need mechanical engineers to implement. Suppose for example field gathering. There we need mechanical engineers to implement the field, the components, the pipe and all. For fabrication, commissioning and for implementation of these pipelines and everything, we need mechanical engineers. So let's see the activities of a mechanical engineer when you have get trained from this mech. So you will be working as a QA/QC inspector. That means you have to go for inspection in each unit. That in the production unit, welding unit, and in the structural side and in the pipeline side. As well as you will be learning about the NDT, non-destructive testing. So we have 6 methods over here, and you will be undergoing 6 methods, and you will be getting trained practically, theoretically. Once you have done with QA/QC and NDT, then you will be moving to the piping section. Here we are mainly focusing to the fabrication side, or the installation side, or the commissioning side. Then it will be moving to the oil explorations, drillings, etc. The safety side you will be learning, and you will be learning about the designing and drafting side also. In every industries, you will be having an engineer, procurement trade, and a construction trade. As well as in oil and gas field, we also have an engineering, procurement, construction trade. So we will be training you in the planning side also. And you can work as a planning engineer, and the procurement engineer, and as the service engineer. So that kind of activities will be going on here. Now we can check in the industries what these engineers are doing. So once I am done, then only I am allowed to enter to the industry. So before moving to industry, you will be having an induction safety training that also given by the SMEC. So let's go to industry and we can check out what are the activities done by the engineers. Now I am done with the PPE and we can check out with the industries what engineers are doing there. Now we are in the industrial section. As I said earlier, we have a piping engineer, QA/QC engineer and NDT engineer on the site. Just check out. This is our piping engineer. And he will be elaborating about the piping section.
Hi, my name is Darren James. So here this is the maintenance project and you can see different pipes are available. Based on this drawing, isometric drawing, we are making the spool arrangement. So spools are available here. So we are moving into the maintenance section. Repairing is done. Welding inspection, everything is done here. We can see the spool arrangements here. In this spool, we are having pipes and different fittings like elbows are connected. You can see valves also there. This pipe have yellow in color code and you can see we have an yellow, green, red colors are given. You should know the color codes. Red is the color code given for firefighting like that. Based on different codes and standards, we have to take all these things. And you can see the supports are given. Here it is a dummy leg support. So the inspection is done for the piping section because this is an existing connection and some corrosions are already there. Due to this corrosion, there may be a chance of reducing the thickness of the pipes. Here with this butt welding, we are doing QC and NDT. We have to check for the defect also. By using isometric drawing, we need to place the spool to the existing connection and also want to check for the dimensions are correct or not. After that, need to take the report from the QC for further processing.
Thanks, Darren. Now we can move to QA/QC section. Now we are in the QA/QC section. We can see our QA/QC inspector here and we can check out what the inspection he is doing here. Hi.
Hi, I am Amal R. Kurup. Here the maintenance work is going on. I am inspecting the weld profile using this multi-gauge. Using this we will find out the undercut, reinforcement etc. over the weld profile. And I make the report on what all types of defects are there. And we will carry out the another visual inspection and we will make the report, and after that we will proceed with the NDT. For that we will be having an NDT technician, and if we found out any error in that, we will call the welder and he will perform the welding repair operation. Here you can see in this pipe it is corroded, so we have to carry out the corrosion test, and using this multi-gauge I will check the cap height and undercut. Now I am measuring the cap height. Here it will show the dimension in inches and here it is in metric system. So you can see the reinforcement is about 3 mm. You see that it is showing 3 mm. This is our welding unit. This is the SMAW welding machine or MMA welding machine. We are using the DC supply here. Here you can see there are two connections. One to the workpiece, one to the electrode holder. There will be one negative terminal and there will be one positive terminal. In MMA welding, we have to connect the electrode holder to the positive terminal. The workpiece should be connected to the negative terminal. This is the electrode holder used in MMA welding. We have to connect the electrode to the holder. Here we are using E6013 electrode. It is a Rutel type electrode. See, it's mentioned there E6013. So it is a Rutel flux electrode. So these are the overview of a QA/QC engineer.
Thanks, Amal. Now we can move to NDT inspection area. Now we are in the NDT inspection area. Here we have an NDT engineer over here and he will be giving a briefing about what are the activities implemented by an NDT engineer. Hi.
Hi, I'm Adul. I am doing the UT testing, the ultrasonic testing. Here we are tested LPT, MPT. We have to inspect the thickness of the material first because the pipe is corroded. That's why we have to check with the UT machine. Now we are using the normal probe for finding the thickness. We have inspected the thickness of the material and we have to change to, this is the normal probe and we are going to change it to the angle probe. This is an angle probe. I am using 70-degree angle probe. Now I am going to inspect the defect. Before inspecting with the angle probe, we have to calibrate with the standard reference block V2. After the calibration, I am inspecting with the angle probe. So I have completed the inspection and found some defects. So I have to document it and submit to the level 3 or the QC inspector.
Thanks, Adul. We have seen about the demonstration of a piping, QA/QC and NDT. So if you want to work as a piping, QA/QC or NDT, these are the activities in the site. So if you want to get a training from us, we will be training you through the same manner. And see here, if you getting training from SMAC, not only these things, you will be getting additional options or additional skill development from the industrial area or the oil and gas. Let's check out what's next. Here it is. This is an instrumentation unit. Here, what is the use of instrumentation? Here, to having a tank over there, we have to place a level sensor. Then only you can know how much oil or gas in a tank. So that has to be installed by the instrumentation engineering team. So in oil and gas, there will be an instrumentation engineer. He will be doing such an activity. Here we have piping engineer over here and he will be explaining all the things about instrument.
Here we can see some of the instruments that we are using in the piping, and that is done by the instrumentation engineers. Mainly we have to place the instruments for finding the pressure, temperature, flow rate, level, etc. And we have a drawing, that is P&ID, for this purpose. If a fluid is there in the tank, we need to find the level of that fluid. So here we can see the different types of instruments that we are using, like temperature transmitter, temperature controller, thermo valve, pressure safety valve, control valve, and also we are using different gauges. So these are the different instruments that we are using. Separate instrumentation engineer is there. He need to do all the calibration, installation of these instruments based on P&ID. When you are doing the course in SMEC labs, you will be getting instrumentation section also in the oil and gas field.
Now we have seen the instrumentation mounted in the industries or in the piping section. So here having a control panel, that is called pilot plant instrumentation control panel, done by our automation engineer. So this one is capable of controlling a particular section in the industries. So I will show you what is inside. So this is the wiring section. Here we are having a PLC and we have a control over here. This is done by our automation engineer. So once you get trained from the mechanical side, you will be getting detailed about the automation also. So you can work as an operation manager in the industries. Now we are in the main control room. See here, we have Honeywell DCS control over here. This is analog control and there is digital. Here we have a CPU and with the help of this we are controlling the valve, the level sensor and all the controls from the industries will come from the control unit, and this is done by our automation engineer. So this is our project section or the project discussion area. From here we will be discussing all the topics and we will be moving to the site. So here we have all the engineers here, accounts department, procurement team, HR team, all over here. So we will be discussing about the planning section among them. After that we will be handing over the project to the site engineer. So these guys will be taking over all the projects and they will be implementing in the site. Now we have seen some of the engineers like piping engineer, QAQC and NDT engineers working on site. We have some other engineers, have planning engineers, procurement engineers, which will be on the desk. So it's a group of team working over there to implement a project. So as a fresher, how you can get to this field? In SMEC, we have 9 different types of training in mechanical oil and gas. Our prime training program is called Certified Engineering Procurement Construction Engineer, which will be including the project management, planning, procurement, piping, fabrication, QAQC, NDT, industrial safety, and along with drafting side. Along with this engineering procurement construction, you will be getting the industrial instrumentation and automation certification also. Why? Because you will be getting a whole package of oil and gas industries like operations, maintenance, and everything inside the single training program. So, as I have said, in the industrial area, we have the automation and the instrumentation programs also. So, you have to know when you are working in the industries to operate these kinds of activities. Our second training program is post-graduation diploma in oil and gas piping, which will be including piping engineering, quality control, quality assurance engineering, non-destructive testing, industrial safety, and drafting side, which will be covered in 3.5 months, and you will be getting certification for each training. Third one is diploma in piping engineering. So you will be learning about pipelines and piping in the refineries and also in the rig oil and gas sites. So you will be learning about the exploration inside this topic, and you will be getting more idea about the fabrication of pipes, installation, commissioning, and how to get the industrial safety things over the particular area. Next one is certified QAQC engineer, which will be including quality control, quality assurance of production, welding, piping, and as well as it will be including the 6th method of non-destructive testing. So you will be getting a certification of QAQC from SMEC and also an NDT certificate of ASND level 2. Next one is non-destructive testing. So you will be getting 6 certification from non-destructive testing. The very first one is visual testing, liquid penetrant testing, magnetic particle testing, radiographic testing, ultrasonic testing, and radiographic film interpretations. So you can work as a non-destructive testing engineer or a technician or a supervisor or a coordinator in the oil and gas fields. And for NDT, the training will be done in particular hours. For example, we have to take 60 hours of training for ultrasonic testing. Likewise, we have different hour basis on the different methods. Next one is structural engineering. So if you want to work as a structural engineer, you can learn and gain certificate of structural engineer from SMEC. So here, not only for freshers, for expertise also we are giving lots of training over in this field. So you can see the project management side, project coordinations and all. We are giving planning softwares to plan, and we are making the project management team to aware about the project and how to handle and how to coordinate that. So you will be getting trained for the project management side also. So apart from these certifications, we will be giving and we will be guiding you how to take a job. That means how to prepare your CV, and we will be conducting the mock interviews, and next we will be sending you for interviews. So before you are preparing for interviews, we will be monitoring you, mentoring you how to grab a job. So we have clients are there, contractors are there, subcontractors are there, third parties are there. So how to get job for them? The training given by SMEC by the industrial experts. The persons who are working in the industries as engineers will be training you, because as a company, we need more candidates in the field. So if you need a specified intro about the QAQC piping entity, we have other sections, you can check in that. And these are the things we are giving training as a training for a fresher or experienced guys who are coming to SMEC.